Yes, after 4 weeks of activating your glutes through these exercises, you guys should see significant growth. That's what the first 4 weeks are about. Learning where to feel all these exercises to see growth like this, like Camilla. We are gonna show you guys how you can see booty growth in 4 weeks at home from just sticking to the same patterns, repeating the same exercises over and over again. After 4 weeks of activating your glutes through these 7 exercises I'm about to show you, you guys should see a noticeable difference in your glutes, outgrowing your legs, specifically targeting your booty to grow if you guys have the right calories and protein on track. So we're gonna show you guys what that looks like today with Camilla and how you isolate the glutes starting at home before you ever step into a gym, because again, it's just repeating the same patterns over and over again. That's how you see glute growth. You got your peach gainzzz up there as well. We got 60 pounds on the belt today. With Camilla, we're gonna go 2 leg, and then we're also gonna show you guys single leg. All right, hip thrusts, obviously your #1 glute exercise. So you guys wanna be doing these every day in your 3-day workout split at home. You got your peach gainzzz hip thrust belt. This can hold up to 200 pounds is what we've tested. She's got 60 pounds on the belt now. So we'll go at home. I would say you wanna get more reps. So if you can, get up to 4 sets. You can start with 3 sets. We typically go 3 sets of 15. And then again, if you're getting to the point where maybe you can't get more weights, you can add more sets and reps. So you can go 4 sets of 15 or even 3 sets of 20. But the goal at home is to get more volume. So we're getting longer time under tension in the glutes. Now, you can either do 2 leg, but then you can also do single leg. So we're gonna go single leg, and you would superset as well. So let's just say on a day, on Monday, where you're focusing on the weighted hip thrust with 2 legs, I would do a superset of just body weight, focusing on that mind to muscle connection, and maybe do another 10 to 15 more, depending on where you are in your journey, beginner to advanced. I would do 10 at beginner. If you're more advanced, go 15 to 20. And you would just do it between each set. Getting full hip extension, nice squeeze, posterior pelvic tilt, allow the glutes to contract at the top. Give it a second squeeze. Remember, the first 4 weeks are learning how to activate your glutes. That's why you're gonna see good growth in 4 weeks. Really good. On?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so single leg. So I would say do 2 leg, 2 times a week, and then have a day where you do the single leg, like in between your 3-day glute workout split. I like to put these on the Wednesday, and you'll start with your single leg hip thrust. So I would bring your foot out just a little more as well. So then we're focusing everything on 1 glute. And if you're limited with weight, you get to the point where 2 leg is not enough with the weight you have, go single leg, go all in on 1 glute, because then it's more effective, right? So you can go both ways, 2 leg, single leg. But when you're doing 2 leg with the dumbbells, on those days, I would definitely superset with the single leg body weight. So then you get longer time under tension with hip thrusts. But hip thrusts, every glute workout. So squats for the booty. So this is the one I would be doing for hitting the under glutes at home. You still gotta hit those under glutes. So you don't need the elevation. If you guys have elevation, even better for lengthening the glutes, getting more range of motion. But as you see here, as long as you're dropping those hips under the knee, you're still getting into a deficit. So you're still overloading the glutes. It's all in your setup. So I would widen your base and open those toes so then you have more room for your hips to sit. She's doing great form on these sumo squats. I'm so used to saying elevated. But again, if you have the elevation, great. If you don't, you're just focusing on sitting the hips under the knees. So then you feel the glutes really good. And just using that dumbbell out, you can also tilt the dumbbell back and then go as deep as the dumbbell hits the ground. And then that tells you where to stop. So if you're wondering like how deep you need to go into that deficit, that's a good way to track that if you guys don't have the elevation, okay? So sumo squats, elevated if you have the elevation, and we'll go 3 sets of 15. And I would do these 1 to 2 times a week. If it's not the single leg RDLs I'm gonna show you, you guys can do these twice a week. So putting this at the beginning of your week on a Monday, and then maybe at the end of your week on a Friday. But these are for the under glutes, right? Another one I would do every glute workout at home are the glute bridges. So putting that dumbbell on your hips, and then you're gonna hold it on your hips as you reach your hip extension, just like she is here. So don't let the dumbbell roll down. And then I would also add the band. Start it maybe with just the dumbbell if you're a beginner, but to get more resistance and to help with that activation, feeling the engagement, use the band, and that will also teach you to resist with your knees, so then you're keeping that band nice and tight. Most importantly, get that back flat, reset the pelvic tilt every time. Notice how her heels are right under her, so when she comes up, she can squeeze and engage. So I would typically go 4 sets of 15 at home. So you're getting more reps. Again, it's all about volume at home. So this is the second weighted exercise that I would do every glute workout when you guys are building at home. Glute bridges, all glute contraction. We got the single leg RDLs. So the focus here is to get into a deeper hip flexion. So the more bend we get, yeah, there we go. The more we sit this butt back, the more under glutes we're gonna pull. The more straight your leg is, the more hamstring you're gonna activate. So we're trying to get the under glutes activated here. So she's gotta sit this hip lower. There you go. And those dumbbells should stop about mid-shin. The reason why I want you to do the single leg at home is because if you're limited with weights, you can put all that focus on one glute at a time. So you're putting more weight on one glute. So we'll go 3 sets of 15. This is really good. And you're using this toe to help balance yourself, just like she is here. And that will help you sit into a deeper hip flexion. Because again, that's where the under glutes are pulled, in hip flexion. You want to bend more here to pull here. If you're more straight leg, you're gonna get more hamstring. So we wanna sit into a deeper hip flexion. Let's see your other side. So she's got 60 pounds here, she's strong. But again, if you guys are limited with weight, go single leg, and you can even add another set to just get more time under tension. But this is really good. So she's practicing as well, sitting into a deeper hip flexion, because she's so used to the hamstring dominant single leg RDLs, but this is how you guys make the single leg RDLs glute dominant. Sitting into the deeper hip flexion. Let's see. Good. Now on this one, let's drop this butt lower. Lower, 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 right there. Yeah, that's really good. Let's get 2 good ones, 2 good ones. Low, 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 low. Good. Feel like you're sitting on a seat. Low, 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 low. Good. Yeah, good stuff. That's a glute dominant single leg RDL with more hip flexion. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Banded frog pumps. Now I'm gonna show you guys my accessory exercises. This is where you get the highest glute activation. Placing these in between your loads, but as well as the burnout. So these are my burnout exercises where you guys get the highest glute activation and you produce a pump. So banded frog pumps being my number 1. I do these every single glute workout, and you should do these every single glute workout at home. We typically go 3 sets of 20 to 30 reps. If you're more advanced, always go 30 reps. And if I place these for a burnout, we'll do 3 sets of failure with a minute break in between. But notice how she's getting her back flat, reset the pelvic tilt, and get a nice squeeze. Very similar. It's the same form you have as your glute bridges when you're flat on the back, but now you're resisting your knees wider. So I would place this band mid-thigh like she has it, so that you can keep your knees open, and then you will be on the sides of your feet. So banded frog pumps, my number 1 accessory exercise for producing the pump and isolating the glutes to get high glute activation. So the donkeys, yeah. So with the band, I would also place this mid-thigh. When you guys are using the fabric booty band, you need the range of motion to get hip extension. Start with it mid-thigh until you get strong enough to bring it closer to your knee. Because we gotta make sure we get all the way up to hip extension. Notice how her knee gets all the way up to glute level so she can squeeze. If you're not getting all the way up, you're not activating the upper glute like you're wanting to here. So we typically go 3 sets of 20. And notice how she's keeping that 90 degree to keep that band tight on the donkeys with the fabric band. So good, but just getting that heel or getting that knee high enough to squeeze at the glute. 3 sets of 20 is what I like to do with the donkeys. I will place these as a burnout, so superset with the fabric banded frog pumps as well, but then adding these in between the loaded sets. So another accessory exercise that I do every single glute workout, and you guys should have these in every glute workout at home as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right, kickback crossovers. So good for that time under tension and the burn in your upper and lateral glutes. Love these to be between the loads, but as well as a burnouts. this band will have your glutes on fire. So I would start at mid-thigh so you get the range of motion, because remember, the most important part to this movement is the hip extension. You got to get the kick up before you get over. We'll go 3 sets of 15, up and over is 1. So every time you get back to your starting position, that is 1. These are so good for an accessory exercise at home with just a band. Kickback crossovers. And I would definitely have an elevation so you get more range of motion. You want that kicking leg to be up and over that heel. So I would definitely use some sort of elevation, whether that's your couch or that's your bed, or maybe just some chairs that you can place together like we did here at home. Remember, the only way you guys are gonna see significant glute growth without your legs is through patterns, because you gotta give yourself enough time to eventually progressive overload on all those glute dominant exercises. That's what we showed you guys today. So these are the 7 I would stick to every single week. In next week's video, because like I said, the only way you're gonna see that growth is if you have your calories and your protein intake on track. I'm gonna teach you guys a little bit about calories and protein and just eating enough to see your glutes grow, but also staying as lean as possible and improving your body composition through sticking to the right foods, whole foods, and eating high protein. So I'm gonna show you guys that next week, calories and protein and how to count that so that you guys can see glute growth, but also improve your body composition and minimize the amount of fat that comes with your muscle gains. Every week, I have a free live booty event where I teach you guys how to transform your glutes in your first 12 weeks as a beginner. Click the link in my description or in my bio to get your free spot. Until then, I will see you guys next week to go over your calories and protein. Peace.